Grace and peace, family. Alright, I hope everybody's feeling blessed today. I'm going to try to make this video as quickly as I possibly can because I don't got a lot of time, y'all. Alright, so what I was getting this morning was to quickly converse about why fear and distraction are the main tools in the enemy's arsenal. And they're there to stifle the personal growth of each and every individual. Now, he uses fear as the emotional tactic and then distraction as the action. Now, when you are fearful, you immediately stop yourself. You're living in a survival mode. Fear obviously is not of God. So if you are operating in a place of fear, you can't move forward. You naturally don't want to. It's a hindrance. It's a hurdle. Now, you could be the biggest and baddest. If you are not scared of anything external, your fear is internal. If you have ever been someone who has said something like, oh, nah, that's not going to work because X, Y, and Z, you got to do X, Y, and Z first. Or you told yourself that you couldn't get something done just because it's not for you, that is fear talking. That is fear telling you that limitations exist and you are a product of those limitations. That you overcoming those limitations would be in rarity. And in all actuality, if God has planted the seed of an idea, of inspiration, of passion for something within you, it is for you, regardless if you think it is or not. So using those fears to combat how you move forward is exactly what the enemy does. Now, I'm getting a few scenarios. I'm getting, like I said, the one where someone's like, they can't do something because that's not them. Or, nah, I'm not doing this because I can't get that done. That's one. I'm also getting living in survival, truly living in survival, where something said, oh, no, I can't do that because I got to work. That's one. Not going after your dreams because you need to work or you need a job that's on the book, something that is sustainable in your mind. That the idea of building is too much work for you. That is also fear. And it disguises itself as reliability, as something that would be considered mentally stable. So it's not heart-driven. It's centered in the earth. So you naturally tell yourself that you can't do it because as you want to pursue these new things, it means going against logic. That's the word I wanted. Going against your own logic to go for what your heart needs. Now, he also takes that fear and then couples it with the action of procrastination. Now, the same person who said, oh, I can't do X, Y, and Z because it would take too much work. I can't handle X, Y, and Z because, that means I don't know where my money's going to come from. Now he gives you the job as the procrastination factor and the distraction. The same with the gentleman who says, I can't, I'm not doing that because it's not going to work for me. The distraction are the things that you do that produce slightly. Makes it easy for you to turn away from what you need to be looking at. So be mindful of how fear is being used against you and how it is stifling your development. It's not for you to feel like, oh, I'm not scared of anything and tell yourself you're not scared. No, it's not about scared. Fear doesn't mean scared. It means being held back within self, holding yourself back. The enemy 9 times out of 10, he's not doing anything to us. He implants aspects within us that bloom into our own actions. So be mindful of the fear. Be mindful of the distractions that are at hand that pull your time away from the thing you should be investing in. All right, y'all. I'm going to keep this simple. Love and light, y'all. And peace.